Hi, everybody. It's my Tuesday night spiritual tea talk. I'll wait a couple seconds and see who joins me tonight. I'm uh, I'm happy to be able to share what happens during online reading and how it all works. Let me introduce myself. My name's Kathy. I'm a tea leaf and tarot card reader. I've been a Sipology consultant as well for over 8 years, providing quality loose leaf tea and tea accessories through Sipology, and I really love their products. And been doing tea leaf readings for over 4 years now professionally. So, what I wanted to talk about tonight is how it all works online. I get a lot of questions from my clients as to why, how does it all work now that we're online and we're not actually in person, and does it still work the same way, and what's the procedure, and how is it all working? So if you're here, I'd love you to say, oh, hi, Rena's here. Zara, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, is here as well. Hi. Nice to have you join me tonight. So I may pick on someone as my guinea pig, but right now I just wanted to talk about how it all works, and let you guys know too my new people that I do monthly tea leaf or monthly card readings. So if you join me the first Tuesday of every month, I pull out my cards and we'll answer a question for you. So tonight's not about reading as much as the procedure and how it all works, and helping everybody learn a little bit more what I do. So nice to see both of you here, or at least comment. I appreciate the comment. It helps a lot so that I don't feel like I'm just talking to a screen either. So again, thank you so much for joining me. So let's start with what happens with the reading. Those who have joined me before know that I usually sit at my desk and have a different background than I do right now. This is where I tend to do my readings because I'm at my table and it gives me more surface. So as you can see, I've got this surface here, and it gives me more time. So Rena, it's 7:30 on Tuesday, the first Tuesday of the month. Yeah. So hopefully you can join me next week. And it's and sorry, I'm getting distracted with the comments. And so I have my I don't like to call it an altar, but I have all my tools of my trade here on my table. And once I connect with somebody online, the first thing that we always have to do is ask which teacup resonates. So I've got 1, 2, and 3. I do have a fourth one here. That's the same as one of them. So I usually will ask whoever I'm going to be reading for to pick a cup, and whichever one kind of resonates with them. For some reason tonight, this is the one that I've picked. So I guess the reading's going to be for me or for more general tonight. But as you can see, if you're going to do a tea reading, you really need to have the saucer because you want to be able to dump the leaves out. So I'm going to show you what else I do here. I'll show my hands. So I've got a little scoop here. I've got loose leaf tea. I really prefer rooibos. I'm not sure if everyone's familiar with rooibos, but rooibos is a plant that grows in South Africa, and when they dry it, it gets a reddish tinge. So they call this red tea as well. So if you've heard that expression. So as you can see, I didn't put a whole lot in there, just a little bit of leaves. And then I take my handy dandy water. I know it's bottled water, nobody be mad at me. And I just put a little bit of water as well. So So now this is the time where I would say to my client, it's time for them to think of whatever they need guidance in. So a lot of people, their love life or romance, they want to know what's happening there, whether or not someone new might come in, or whether or not staying with who they are currently with is a good idea. Or maybe they have specific questions. So that would be about romance. If they're asking about career, again, do I stay? Will I get a promotion? Is it a good idea to do this or do that? Those sort of things. Health is another one that people ask me about. Again, I'm not a doctor, but we can see what the leaves will reveal for us as well. So this is a time where I say to my client, can you can take your time and think about your questions, and then I pick up the tea or the teacup in my left hand, and I actually concentrate for a while. So I'm going to concentrate on myself because I'm not doing this for anyone but myself tonight. So I'm just going to be quiet for a few minutes, maybe. I'm just chatting away. And I'm going to ask, actually, I think I'm going to ask about my health. There we go. But again, when you're doing a reading, you can ask a whole bunch of questions, things that you want to know. I do both 30 and 60-minute readings. So obviously a 60-minute, we can cover a lot more questions, a lot more things as well. So, oh good, I saw that you're signed up for next week. Great. So you'll get the notification when we go live. So I'm going to continue here. So I would take the cup, turn it upside down, and this lets the water drain, and we're going to turn the cup one time around and tap the bottom. So now the next thing that's important is that I look for the first thing that kind of jumps out at me. So when you've asked a specific question, usually there's a symbol that will connect directly to me. The first thing that I did see, oh, it's funny, I'm seeing some other stuff over here that's distracted me from the first thing that I saw. So what I saw over here, there we go. This one looks to me, and I'm not pointing very well, sorry. Looks to me almost like a dinosaur. Now, the dinosaur for me is a symbol of things being ancient and old. So I always think that we need to change our thinking when I get a dinosaur. So you may be thinking of doing something, and because I asked about health, it would be more like maybe there's a new way to do something. So instead of always doing things the same old way, the same routine, the same thing, the dinosaur is a symbol to me to change your way of thinking and maybe investigate some new, maybe something like a naturopath or essential oils or something new that you're currently not doing. Maybe go back and start a food diary and see whether or not there's something that you're doing that you don't even realize that you're doing, and start a new routine, start maybe a new exercise, something new. The dinosaur to me is a symbol that you're doing things the old-fashioned way. And I see Zahara asked about charging. So I charge for the 30 or 60 minute readings, which you can actually book directly on Facebook. There's an option there. But the mini readings that are next week are free for anyone to come on and join me on Facebook. Hopefully that's what you meant. But if not, then send me a private message and I can give you some more information about my readings. So I would normally continue on here, like the handle represents the person that I'm reading for, and we go around this way, and I say there's about 3 months in a cup. So there's not a whole lot of time that gets defined in a cup, and I like to do my readings that way because I do feel that we have a lot of free will, and if you decide to change something, a year from now would be a lot less accurate than me predicting something 2 or 3 months from now. So the teacup just gets divided into three, vertical, and they and it represents 3 months to me. So I can, tell somebody, like I sometimes see money or something coming in, and I can say, okay, or maybe a message or a letter or something might be coming in, a month from now or 2 months from now. Those sort of things that I can tell, timeline. The other thing that was really quite interesting that I saw in here is, and I don't know how well that's going to come out again, is there's two symbols. They're kind of together, but I saw the one as a tropical tree, so a pine, like a palm tree, and connected to it is like a bird kind of flying away. So a bird is a message or some sort of news coming in. And then the palm tree to me symbolizes travel. So I don't know if everyone watching is locked down in COVID like we are here in Toronto, but it's very much um, no traveling going on, and even now the government is starting to say, if you have travel plans, cancel them. So maybe there'll be some opportunity for me to look at her or to book something. Maybe I'll win a prize. There we go. And that would probably be about 5 weeks from now, where there might be some news about some sort of travel. So that's the sort of thing that I might see in a cup for you. It's interesting that I had asked about health, and as I said, the dinosaur came up as well. And the other tools that I really like uh, to use is the tarot, is the cards. As I said, that's what I use when I do the mini readings. But the but when I'm doing my readings as well. So I'm just going to ask again about health and see. I always like to pull 3 cards because that seems to give me um, a better answer, or more of a story. There you go. That's what I like to say. So again, my health. So desk, it says pay attention to your work. Scales, so keep your life in balance. And lion, time to act. So I think all of those are appropriate. The lion's telling me it's time to change some of my habits and make sure that I'm doing what I need to do now, not later. And of course, the scales is talking about that balance. So we all need to have good nutritional balance, good exercise, make sure that you're following a good regimen. Sleep is not usually something that I have any concerns about, but all having those balance and the scales. And then the desk too is reminding me that it does take work. It's not just something that is a switch, and you need to actually work at being healthier, being more, having the health continue for your lifetime. So the desk is a symbol of that. So so yeah, those are all 3 good cards telling me that I've got to work hard and keep my life in balance, as well as start to act right now. So sorry, I got another message from Rena. Let me see. You like to do a sample? Oh, there we go. Yes, certainly. Rena is asking me if I wanted to do something with her, and certainly just send me a message, and I'd be happy to figure out what you'd like me to do, and no problem. I've done that for a couple other networking groups where I go in on Zoom and do a couple readings. It's a lot of fun, and I'm able to provide some messages for everyone too. So I don't know if you guys had any questions in particular about what the procedure is or how I do, but that's the general idea of what a tea leaf reading is for me. And I see Rena says she really likes the cards. I love these cards as well. So there's about 150, and each of them have symbols on them that may be in a tea leaf that you might find actually in a cup. So, like I saw a dinosaur, or I'll see a bird, or this one's the archway. Like they're all different symbols that may possibly be shown in a cup, and they all have their words. But I like to use my intuition to see how they apply and build on what they say here. And I don't always follow this. Even though whatever the words are there, it just again depends on my intuition and what other cards are there with it, to be able to tell me what the readings are. But when I use them, I like to use three at a time and pull them more as a story, and put them all together. So. Anyways, I see we're over 15 minutes, and as I said, I just wanted to give a good little overview of what I do when someone does book an online readings with me. We do your own cup, and we walk through the symbols that are in the cup, and then if we want specific questions, or we want more clarification, then I will use the cards to give you some more information about that. So I do thank you for joining me. I'll remind you once again that I do 30 and 60-minute readings, either on Sundays or Fridays. Those are the 2 days that I do readings now. As well as I'm starting a subscription service for people that are interested in all things metaphysical and spiritual. So I hope to be launching that soon. And in January, I did launch that I have a 3, 6, or 12-month email readings. If you'd like to get information every beginning of the month, I have that subscription service available as well. And sorry, I had one more. Oh, zero. Oh, okay. Yeah. The mini readings are done through Facebook Live. Sorry, did I mention? I think I mentioned Zoom, but Zoom is what I usually use for my readings with my clients, because I find that it's just easier to connect than through Facebook, because not everyone that I read for is also a friend or knows me through Facebook. But yeah, I can do either. Any video is good for connecting nowadays. So thank you for your question, and thank you, Rena. I'll say good night to everyone, and I say thank you so much for joining me. Again, you can always send me a message. And hopefully we'll see you guys next week in my take care.